And joining me now, Democratic Congressman and Biden campaign co-chair, Cedric Richmond. Thanks very much, Congressman. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's great to have you here. Your top priorities on this day before the election and on Election Day, what are you looking at?
Well, what we want is America to finish the job. Over 93 million Americans have participated in the democratic process, exercised their power and their vote. And we still need the rest of America to finish the job and to express their will. It is the most important facet of our democratic process. It is what makes us an exceptional country. And we want everybody to participate. And so our job is to just continue to, one, highlight the differences between President Trump, who cares about himself, and Vice President Joe Biden, who cares about the American people more than his own ego. And so that's our closing message, COVID-19 and a responsible response. But we want everybody to participate in the process in a safe and responsible manner. So if you're voting in person, wear your mask and make sure that your vote is cast.
There have been some warning signs for your campaign in the last couple of days that the black vote is not turning out strongly enough for Joe Biden in the early vote, at least in South Carolina, rather in Florida and in some other states, North Carolina maybe as well, that there could be some suppression going on. There's certainly a real delay in Postal Service letter deliveries we've seen in a lot of the big cities with large minority populations, which could be something other than coincidence. What are your concerns about getting the black vote out?
Well, I think the black vote will be very robust. I think they want to make sure that their voice is heard. I think a lot of it will be outrage to the fact that Donald Trump is trying so hard to keep them from voting. And then there's two other things that I think you have to keep in mind, that the post office, because of Donald Trump and the cuts and everything, they're overwhelmed if you give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think a lot of African Americans who requested ballots are deciding that they will go cast their vote in person on Election Day. And it's almost become a ritual for African Americans to vote on Election Day. It's sort of a homecoming at the voting polls. I choose to vote on Election Day because you get to go see the poll workers and your neighbors and your friends and, you know, catch up. So, look, we're gonna have a great turnout tomorrow, and I think it's gonna match everything that we've seen. And if you look at the record numbers in Georgia, then those states that don't have record numbers, I think you'll see those record numbers catch up tomorrow on in-person voting.
And, you know, finally, there was an incident over the weekend in North Carolina, a really troubling incident with pepper spray being used against protesters, largely minority voters, who were trying to protest peacefully and then go vote, and many of them couldn't even get to the polls afterwards.
It's very troubling. And then if you compound that with what they did in Texas and the fact that the President of the United States tweeted out and was proud of people harassing his political opponent, ramming cars, physical injury, and risking real harm and life and death. But it's exactly what this president has did with COVID. He lied, he covered it up, endangered the American people, all because he cared about re-election more than real people. And so we're just going to continue to tell everybody, if you see something tomorrow, say something. That means all of the voter protection hotlines that you will hear about tonight and tomorrow. Call them if you see something that is problematic, and we're going to be there to push back all day tomorrow, and especially when President Trump prematurely declares victory, no matter what the numbers say. We're not going to let him lead this country into chaos and confusion simply because he has an outsized ego and doesn't know the truth.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.